let me switch. Makes sense. It makes sense what I'm saying, what I'm saying, what I'm saying. What I'm saying, what I'm saying. Do it make sense? Ooh. Oh, there we go. The lighting on yours was dark. Zork, zork, zork. Let's see. Yeah, let me not swipe up on it. I'm already swiping. What's the name? Like getting it out my way. It was just a notification, yeah. Basically, that's what I was doing. Basically. Hey y'all. Happy Friday. What's going on? What's up? Ooh. Trying to move this stuff out my way. How are y'all doing today? Let's see. Hopefully y'all had a good day. I had a long day. Very much a long day. Very much over it. Over the week. Very much. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully y'all had a good week. A good Friday. I work on Saturday, so I don't have an off day tomorrow, but hopefully the rest of y'all do. Hey, the Nolan. What's going on, girl? What's new? Hey, Alpha. It look like we got some new people in here. Hey, new cousins. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Yes, I love it too. I found some good products I would like to send to y'all. Okay, I love to hear it. Yes. Send them over. Now, you know TikTok doesn't allow you to send pictures, but you can definitely either email them over to us at yourfbacousins@gmail, or you know that you can send them to us on our Instagram. It's the same name as this, so send them over there, and we'll take a look at where you go sourcing at, the Nolan, where you end up, you know, going and finding some good stuff. We ended up going sourcing today too, and y'all, it was not a good sourcing day. I'm not even about to sit here and say that it was. It wasn't. That's why what we tell y'all, what we preach about this business, like, we stand on it 110%. It's not always what it's made out to be. Like, we actually drove. This hat is not right. This hat is tired. It's old. We actually drove 50 minutes, right, friend? 50 minutes to Ollie's, that usually, because it's in a country town and, like, you know, not a lot of people in that area, we can usually go in there and get some of the things that we've sold out of closer to home. Y'all like this live too, so that your other cousins know that we on here. We can usually do it from our other account, but I'm on the other phone. So yes, like this live for me if you don't mind, just so the other cousins know I'm in here. We on here. Thank you. But yeah, we drove 50 minutes, y'all. Man, got there and they didn't have nothing. Like, y'all, nothing. They had one item that we've been selling, and that was okay, but they didn't have a lot of that for us to, like, continuously make a trip out there. So we actually recorded it as part of, like, our vlog for the day. Like, just kind of, like, you know, being honest with y'all. We took the hike out there thinking we was gonna find something, and no, absolute fail. We literally left our cart in the aisle. I was like, let's just go. So instead of us, like, just dipping off and heading back home, we ended up, well, Princess actually ended up finding a TJ Maxx. No, it wasn't a TJ Maxx. It was a Marshall's, a Ross, and one other store was in the area. But we pretty much found the other little stores they had in the area and made it worth our while, y'all. That's what we say. You got to pivot sometimes. Pivot. Like, One thing don't work, move on to the next thing, basically. Move on to the next thing. Hey, cousin. Purchase your books today and shopping for items. Sorry. Yes, that's exciting. It is exciting. I hope that you have a good sourcing trip. Take your time. Don't feel rushed. Don't get overwhelmed by the experience. It can be a lot in the beginning when you're trying to learn how to source. It's not always easy. Hey, yeah, it's not always easy. Like, we're not gonna put on no facade. It's not. It gets tiring. People ask all the time, like, what advice can we give somebody that's, you know, starting this business, and what that looks like when you out in the stores trying to source, and how did you come across your first item? Like, it took time. I mean, coming across an item that was profitable, it didn't take time, but the time you spend in the store sourcing, trying to find that item, like, it does take time. In the beginning, I was literally, hold on y'all, because this is for Princess here. In the beginning, I was literally fatigued, y'all. Like, literally fatigued going into stores because it was just draining. It was so draining on the body. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. We were self-taught, and it was just fatigued. Like, so that's one thing I don't recommend anybody doing. So yeah, take your time, do what you can, take breaks if you need to, call it a day if you need to, and try again another day. Don't feel like you have to figure it all out in that one day. Please don't. Don't do what I did. I was hungry, irritated, feet hurting, back hurting, the whole shebang. Has FBA been okay lately? Well, the thing about FBA right now is I have been coming across some people that are still sending their things in FBA. But keep in mind that we're getting closer to holiday times. Oh, thank you. Love something, not too much. We're getting closer to holiday time, so it's super important that, like, you start shifting towards FBM. Even your gurus that make tons of money, we've kind of shifted past that point where people are sending in their FBA stuff. Now, like I said, some people still are, so that is still an option if you want to try to go that route. But right now, it is heavy driving, FBM. Like, you want to try to FBM as much as you possibly can during Q4. Check-in times is kind of like all over the place still. Some people, it's making it there. Some people, they don't know where it's at in transit. So it's kind of a toss-up with that. But we suggest going heavy FBM rather than trying to fool with FBA the closer and deeper we get into Q4, for real. Hey, y'all. Hey, cousins. Hey, my OG cousins and my new faces. Hey, y'all. Welcome in. But yeah, so that's basically what we would suggest. Right now, we're heavy FBM. We have not been sending in anything FBA. Just being completely transparent, honest, we aren't. Like, we trying to get to this bag immediately. When we did go outsourcing and all this was a fluke, we ended up moving on to Marshalls, and we found quite a bit of stuff in there, and I literally was uploading that stuff right in the store, like, add it, boo-boo, I got 2, this is the price, listed, making it live immediately. Like, capitalize on FBM, y'all. Is FBM profit margin larger than FBA? So it depends. Honestly, sometimes you can come across items that are more profitable FBM than it is FBA. But also keep in mind that you have to account for your shipping, and after you see your profit amount, you got to calculate in your shipping and then determine if it makes most sense to do FBM or FBA. Like I said, right now is a good time to stick with FBM, but essentially it just depends. It's a toss-up. There are times when we come across things where we're like, dang, this is just as profitable going FBA as it is FBM. It really don't make a difference by the time you end up paying for shipping. But in some cases, it can be a little bit more profitable. The main key thing about going FBM that's like, that people are driving so much, at least we are driving so much. Your cousins over here are driving so much for y'all, is that you can build your capital faster by going FBM than going FBA. FBA, you got to get your box ready. You got to make sure you have some people are sending in smaller boxes, but it's just you get more bang for your buck when you just decide to go ahead and fill up your box, a big box full of all your different FBA things, send it in and all of that. But in the process of that, you got to wait for it to be checked in, and they could decide to switch it from here to there. It's just so many things in between that you're waiting for it to be checked in and received, where it's actually visible for someone to purchase, versus with FBM, soon as you know, pretty much see the item in the store, I was on there listing my stuff immediately. That's the difference between the two, essentially. Hey, Kathy girl. Hey, cousin. Girl, my second sale, the shipping killed me. I made 17 cents. Yeah. So, but at least, let's look at the bright side of things, though, Kathy. At least you were able to identify, damn, that shipping won't it. You know what I'm saying? Versus, some people don't even recognize, like, that they're they're actually losing money rather than making money. So, always keep in mind that shipping. Was it something that was heavy, a light item? Where was it going? Do you remember those type of things about it? Because that can play a factor in it too, especially where it's going. Even if it's something that's light. Sometimes, like tonight, for example, we found an item that we typically would sell, and it would make decent money if we ended up shipping it. We would still get, we was like, we'll still get a good profit off of it. Excuse me, guys. But by the time we started thinking about, like, well, if this thing go to California, that ain't gonna work. So, yeah, it was 2 pounds to Florida. Yeah. It probably, that probably from New Jersey. Yeah.
So it matters.
And it matters where you are versus that. Yeah, it plays a factor. Yeah, it does. It does. That's why we are at the point where we're like, try to get at least a $10 profit, so that then you can really play around with, where your shipping falls. I know that is hard to do in the beginning. I feel like, look, we transparent over here. So truthfully, if the shoe was on the other foot and I was watching me tell me that it was new to find a $10 profit, baby, I'm barely finding a $2 profit. Like, I'm new to this, not true to this. I feel that, but you will get better with time. I promise y'all, it will get better with time. It will start making more sense over time as you continue to source and practice at sourcing. It will make sense. Sometimes you can even find, say for instance, you find an item that's right there at like the $8 mark for profit. When we see those things, yeah, it's not 10, but okay, what does this item weigh? How many does your other sellers have in stock? Okay, they don't have as many in stock, or, even if I go under them, they're the lowest seller. If I add another $2, I'll still be able to sell mine in a timely manner based off of how many times they sell a month. Like, take those things into account and not always go for the lowest profit to be like the next to sell. Like, if you can and make a good decent profit off of it, then cool. But if you can go up on your price to still get your sale in, get that profit to cover that shipping, do that. But that profit went to New York, so the shipping was $6. Okay, so it was about $6. Yeah. To be honest, when we first started shipping things out, we could get away with like shipping at the lowest being like $3.90 something, $4 and some change. Now it's definitely giving it's definitely giving $6 and up, $7 and up. Like, and that has shifted since we've been doing this for 7 months, y'all. So we've been having to adjust to it ourselves. When we started, it won't even that bad. Like, shipping won't even that bad. But over time, like, Amazon is forever changing. They're going to forever change. They might change it again. We never know. Like, you got to be on your toes with being able to adjust to the changes when it comes to Amazon. It's irritating. It's very irritating. But the more you practice at it, the more you do it, you'll be able to find those items for sure. Shipping is high, especially with USPS. Yeah, USPS will get you. So, tip of the night, y'all. Please, I know we're talking about shipping and calculating your shipping. Make sure that you are getting your shipping to the T as far as the weight and those dimensions. Please don't guess. Include this in the tip of the night. With UPS, you can get away with a little bit more. They don't really do a lot of digging and snooping and auditing. With USPS, they will audit you. We have every month. We have, well, maybe, I don't know about everybody else, but our experience, we have been audited every single month. Even the things that we know that those dimensions and weights were right on it, they might say, oh, it was 0.1 off or something. Like, yes, y'all, it's like that. Please make sure that your shipping is what it's supposed to be. Sometimes Princess will even put our shipping slightly over, which is irritating because of course you're paying for it. Just to make sure that when they go looking at it, ain't but so much they can do. They will eat that shipping up, man. Have you crying? Like, we done had them take over $1,000 from us before because of that. And with, honestly, truthfully, with us buying more things that are higher profitable things, and a lot of times depending on the weight of those items, them being a little bit heavier, being able to ship them UPS has saved us because UPS don't mess with you as much. So keep that in the back of your head. That's how much my last shipping cost was, under $7. Yep. Sometimes it can be that way, but know that the things that are under, the things that are under $7 for us be the things that seem like that USPS like to audit. So keep an eye on your gosh, what is it called? What is that section called, Princess? When they, I just need to know that name. Yeah, your other section. Keep an eye on your other section because that is where you'll be able to see where they've made shipping adjustments, if they have. And those shipping, you will be thinking that, oh, Amazon's just taking their cut of the fees and stuff. No, sometimes it's those shipping services taking their cut of what they feel like you didn't put correctly, like your dimensions or your weight. So now they're getting a 50 cent, 20 cent. That starts adding up, y'all. It starts adding up. You too, Lotus, same thing for you. With the high shipping.
You can tell them about the thing and seller out there, tell you the dimensions and the weight of the item. That's what I've been using recently.
You can.
Huh?
I don't even know what you're talking about. Princess over here talking to me about, I don't know what she's talking about. I said, you come over here and tell them, girl, what you talking about? I don't know what we talking about. It's Seller Imp. Something in Seller Imp she been using.
Oh. So in Seller Imp, where it has those like 4 black boxes at the bottom, square boxes, it has like, you can click on Google, Amazon symbol. The first box will tell you the dimensions and the weight of the item. So you can use that to kind of go off of when you're doing the shipping.
Y'all catch that? And truthfully, y'all, she do most of the shipping. I don't fool with it because it be giving me a headache. Like, this is craziness. I do the sourcing. I'm the out in the store type of person. OA, RA, but all that, look, it be a lot. It be a lot with the shipping. So again, y'all are not alone, okay? It's irritating as hell to be dealing with that when it comes to that shipping, but you just gotta roll with the punches. You gotta roll with the punches, y'all. You gotta roll with the punches. It's the life of being an Amazon seller, okay? Is anybody doing any shopping this weekend? Okay, so Lotus, you do Walmart? You sell on Walmart? First orders. Oh, on Walmart. Walmart is one that we definitely been thinking about venturing into, but baby, I gotta wrap my brain around everything that's coming with Amazon right now. Yeah, it's been selling there to almost 6 months. Okay. Which one do you like better? Which one do you prefer? Walmart seems a little chaotic to me in the sense of like which one do you prefer and what tool do you like to use? If there is even a tool. I think now there's one, but it wasn't one before, right? Yes, I'll be going tomorrow. Gonna stay back again. Yay! I'm excited for you. Okay, that's good. That's good. I think we're gonna go sourcing again tomorrow too. Maybe. We shall see. I haven't been in stores in like a week. I'm not even gonna lie. Today I was like, ooh, do I even remember what I need to do? It be like that, y'all. Life be lifing. You know what I'm saying? Stuff be happening. We're real people, just like y'all. Like, that's why we get on here. We talk to y'all. We let y'all know what it is and what it ain't. My job has been driving me freaking insane. It is what it is. But, you know, through all of that, we still have been pressing forward with this business. We still been pressing forward with our desires and why we started this. Just continue to remember your why. Continue to remember your why. Everybody's why is different. It doesn't matter what your why is. It doesn't matter if you feel like that, dang, I ain't doing enough. That's okay. That's okay. Just keep going. Just keep going. Another day. Just keep going. Even if you don't go outsourcing and you like, well, let me just, readjust the pricing of things that I already have. Like, that's kind of what we've been doing this week, just focusing on the things that we can focus on. Because, baby, I didn't have the time to be outside in the stores. I just didn't. How do y'all feel about changing y'all price to match the buy box? So, I do not change my price to match the buy box unless it makes sense based off of the data. That I feel like that it's not always the best decision. Like, of course, Amazon is going to encourage you to, change your price based off the buy box. Like, you feel me? But no, I'm not doing it. I'm going to change my price according to what makes sense off of this data in Seller Amp. Like, data is key. It's never going to lead you wrong. So I don't suggest changing it to what the buy box is unless it actually makes sense. Like, sometimes they might tell you, I've seen one that it could be so way off. Like, everybody's selling it for $30-something, and they're like, change it to $12 and some change. Like, Amazon send you crazy alerts and stuff like that. When they send that stuff, I'm like, I'm not doing that. Absolutely not. Like, so keep that in mind when you decide to adjust accordingly. Like, you don't want to lose money unnecessarily just to get a sale, if that makes sense. Okay, Lotus, that's good to know, because truthfully, when I started, I did create a Walmart account, and when I got on there, I was like, this is chaotic. Like, it just wasn't enough. I think that Amazon does spoil their sellers because, I mean, truthfully, it's easy peasy to make money on there. Set up a seller account, get ungated in brands, and use Seller Amp, and Seller Amp tells me if something's profitable. That's it. Like, yeah. So Walmart kind of had me feeling iffy at that point. I know that Nepeto has the option now. For those that don't know, not the free version that you can download to your phone, but the Nepeto website, the website the web version, web browser version, however you want to think about it. If you Google Nepeto.com, in there you will see when you have the options to like look at other stores to decide like, this is selling on Amazon, because that's pretty much what Nepeto does. It pretty much is like another application that helps you find profitable products. They have the option for you to find those same items on Amazon to sell on Walmart. So I don't know if that's as helpful. I thought about looking into it and seeing if it was helpful or if it would truly be the key to getting sales without having to like gamble, because it seems like it's a gamble with Walmart. Whatever is eligible to sell on Amazon, I list right on. So that makes sense. On Walmart, yeah, I knew what you were saying. That makes sense though. That makes sense. What I found that is true. That is true. Walmart's clearance sections can be hit or miss, just being honest. I'm not gonna say I have a love-hate relationship with it. Not as bad as I have a love-hate relationship with Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree, we really don't get along like that for the most part. But as far as Walmart, it be hit or miss. Like, sometimes I'm like, dang, I feel like I wasted my time in here. And then other times I go in Walmart and I'm like, dang, I done looked up on the item that, like, I don't know if I know a couple of y'all probably heard us talk about this, but For those that are new, like we literally walked into a Walmart and they had like the roll-on sunscreen. It was like the no, it was was it a regular? No. Yeah, it was a regular one. Because we sold the baby Neutrogena sunscreen and then the regular sunscreen. This was like right at the peak of like spring, summer. They were $1 and some change, y'all. I sold both of those for $50 each. And one customer bought both of them for over $100 and got expedited shipping. Like, those be the things that you come across that you be like, sheesh. Like, let me go there, Walmart, and find it. And I couldn't find no more. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. Yes, that makes sense. Okay, well that's good that you sold a lot before you lost the buy box and you feel like you made decent profit off of it. That's the ultimate goal. Like, you know, changing it to match the, you know, the buy box or the free feature offer is fine, but make sure that it makes sense before you do it. You know, the ultimate goal is for you to make money, as much of it as you can. Yeah, Dollar Tree I feel like has a lot of the like bundling things. That's my experience with the Dollar Tree vibes. Hey y'all, welcome in, new cousins. Welcome to the cookout. But that's my experience with Dollar Tree. And then sometimes I just don't be, I don't know, Dollar Tree give me a headache. Like, it just gives me personally a headache. It just does. It just does. That's all I gotta say about it. Just give me a headache. It just give me, whoo. It give me chills, because I just be like, this right here is irritating. Now, what I can say, Dollar Tree it was a hit during Easter. Like, the candy and all that stuff. Scanning it, taking a picture to see the different variations, like pack of this, pack of that. It's good for those seasons and stuff. Now that I do like Dollar Tree. That's why I said I have a love-hate relationship with it. Because that other stuff, I be like, look, I just... And you have to have the patience for it. And that's okay. That'd be one store that just ain't my vibe. But that don't mean I don't go in there and try. I do go in there. I literally just went in there like a week ago just to try my hand, and it wasn't good. And I was like, see, that's why I'm coming here. That's why I'm coming here. But hey, Neek, you didn't miss anything. We were just on here talking about being Amazon sellers and what that's like. But if you are new here, I'm Q, one half of your FBA cousin, and the other cousin is Princess. She outside in her own little world. But yes, we're your FBA cousins. We are Amazon sellers. We've been doing it for about 8 months now. We work 9 to 5s and still run our business. So we are not rich. We weren't rich when we started. We didn't have it all when we started. We started this platform unexpectedly. Like, we literally was just trying to plug holes in finances and, you know, pay for, you know, not have to use our money out of our 9 to 5 check, just have another source of income. And we stumbled across Amazon after we tried drop shipping, which was blah. Started it in January, like the 27, 28, the last few days of January. And our first month selling, putting in like a couple $100, like $300. We ended up making like $3,900 our first month. And we were like, oh shit. Okay. Well, that was cool, but let's see. So we kept putting in a little bit. She pinched a little bit off her paycheck. I pinched a little bit off mine, and we put it in, reinvested the entire amount. Except for like, we actually were in London our first month. We ended up leaving and going to London, and we used a little bit of that money while I was on vacation. Look, we real over here. We cousins, we family. We should be able to talk about that right here. So we did do that. But the majority of the money, over 80% of the money, we put it back into the business, and we generated our first 10K the second month. So after that, that's all she wrote. It's been up ever since. I was the one that was all for it. The other cousin, Princess, was like, I don't want to do this, until she saw the money rolling in, and she was like, oh yeah, I'm down. What's up? What we got to do? So we decided to create this platform. Neither one of us even really like social media, but we felt like we couldn't hold this information back from people like us that work 9 to 5s that want some extra income, whether that's to provide for your family, whether that's for you to be able to take vacations, whether that's for you to just have something that's yours, that you don't have to be dependent on a 9 to 5 for. So that in a nutshell, like we could go on for days in regards to like how we got here, why we got to where we are, but that is like a quick summary of like what we doing here, how we got here, and our sole purpose for being on this platform, like to help people like us know that you can make this money. We did not see people like us that were being upfront about what they're going through right now in the moment. It was a lot of, oh, this is how I made $25,000. I'm a 6-figure seller. I'm driving a Lambo. Like, no, we wanted to know how to get to that point, the in between, and people don't talk about that enough on social media. They just talk about the glitz and the glams, like the glitz and the glam. I don't care about none of that. Like, I need to know the struggle. I need to know, like, did you cry? I need to know, did you put all your extra money in? Like, I need to know all that. And won't nobody doing that. So we decided to be those people, for real. Point blank, period. Hey, Seven. Hey, Wendy. Steph, me too. Me too. Like, don't talk over my head and tell me that you're a millionaire. Good for you. Tell me how you did it. How did you get there? Please enlighten me, because I'm not rich yet. Shoot. I've been looking to become an Amazon. Oh, we hearing everyone experiences. Okay, that's dope. Yeah, definitely do that. Like, I'm glad that you stopped by here. Hopefully you enjoy yourself. We are people that, we do not push what we do and the way we sell or the way we teach down anybody's throat. If this is the community and the family for you, then we love it. Welcome in, cousin. Come join us. Come to the cookout anytime. But if it's not, we hope that you find a community that's for you. That's the ultimate goal. Find a community that's for you. Find the people that are for you, that you trust and you know that have your best interests at heart. Point blank, period. That's it. That's the goal. We do offer different things like one-on-ones and guides and stuff, but we leave those to your discretion. You hop on live chat with us. We allow people to send us DMs and we answer questions as much as we can and try to assist. Outside of, having a one-on-one and talking with you and stuff like that. I'm reading a message, y'all. I'm sorry. But outside of that, so, grab your stuff. The link is in our bio. If you want to grab a little session with us and we walk through everything with you, or, help you set up your store, or just give you the rundown of how this even works. It is totally up to you. Or you can just jump in these lives and hang out with us when you see us on. Like, either way, the goal is for us to show you that you can do this. Anybody can do this. You do not have to be rich to do this. You don't. At all. Ungating categories, evergreen designs. So, honestly, I feel like that there's really... Okay, let's see if I can give something that are tips. Because, truthfully, ungating is really straightforward. I feel like that people get so tripped up about it because, once again, people talk over people's head about the process. It's really not that difficult, y'all. Outside of just the basics of if you want to ungate in grocery, you need to buy 10 items that is one grocery brand. For instance, General Mills, buy 10 General Mills items from Target.com. Have it shipped to your home address or the address you have on file with Amazon. The name and address must match. Have it delivered. They will give you an invoice. You upload that invoice to Amazon to be approved. The only other tip that I can give is that sometimes you may get denied. It is okay. We still get denied. It's irritating, but it's all right. Like, resubmit it. If you know that everything that you have on there is accurate, resubmit that information. See what it is that they're asking you for. Sometimes you can change your file name. So sometimes if you submit too many times the same file that you're trying to ungate for when you sending that invoice over, they will just keep on rejecting it immediately. It's so annoying. So sometimes change the file name up, like 10 units of such and such purchased from Target, 10 units of General Mills purchased. Like, change your file name and then resubmit it. So that is one small tip that I suggest keeping in your back pocket. It might help you out. It might help you out. Let's see. Third payment, I'm confused. So with account level reserve, so the way that works is Okay, so if you decide to go FBA, which is having Amazon ship it, of course you're doing Prime. So your stuff is going to get to the customer. Say I'm shipping something out the same day that Amazon is shipping something out of mine from their warehouse. That's going to go Prime. The customer probably get it tomorrow. Something coming from me, they might get it in 2 days. If they, close enough, they might get it in 2 days. Whatever that delivery date is that the customer gets it, 7 days after that, after it has delivered to the customer, is when you will see your money be released from your account level reserve. So your account level reserve is the money that is essentially being held to assure that there are no chargebacks, the customer doesn't say they need a refund, all those extra little pieces. That's essentially what the account level reserve is. Slowly but surely, as the delivery date plus the 7 days, hit, you'll start seeing that money move over to be a part of the money that you're supposed to actually receive. But essentially, the account level reserve money is the money you're potentially supposed to get, as long as there's no, your customers complaining, basically. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if it didn't, 7. I try to keep it like short and to the point. Keisha, what problems are you having with Seller Amp? Hey, cousin. Do all the brands have to be ungated in toy category? So I'm not going to say all the brands have to be ungated, but you want to ungate in as many brands as you possibly can to broaden your chances of being able to sell. Like, I think you can do Mattel. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Off the top of my head, I'm trying to think. Is Mattel that can ungate another brand? Is it Mattel and Barbie that go hand in hand? But gosh, I'm trying to think which one it is. But do like Lego. Like, I would just try to ungate in as much as you possibly can. One thing that we said for ourselves that we encourage y'all to do, even if you don't do all this ungating right now, make it a priority to go and ungate come January. Because right now it is really tough to ungate, y'all. If you don't know, I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? It's really tough. Amazon giving people a hard time. We even have a friend of ours that is a millionaire. Okay? A millionaire. And he's been getting gated and stuff. So if get ungated, try to do it. If it's not working for you, still be persistent and try. But in the end, keep it in your back pocket that come January, we gonna be on y'all tail about everybody. Let's get ungated and everything so that we ready. We ready for the year ahead. We don't have to worry about trying to get ungated and all these things. We did that. It was done. What items do you recommend for newbies to start selling? Lexi, hey girl. I hope you're a girl. I don't know. But either way, hey Bookie. Welcome in, cousin. I would say starting out, get ungated in grocery. Ungated in grocery, and then the next one I would do is beauty. Those two made us what we made in revenue our first month. And truthfully, mainly grocery, because I really wasn't ungated in a ton of beauty, truthfully. Okay, I'm glad it makes sense. Understanding it. So, if a product is good to sell. Okay, Keish. So that is something that is whatever we can tell y'all and go over on live, we will. But it's kind of hard because everybody understands things differently. First, you want to make sure you understand all of your alerts. Like, when we open up Seller Amp, that is the first thing that we're looking at. What are these alerts saying? Is this something I can sell under? Is it something that I can't? After that, we do look at what those reviews look like. Like, if the stars is like 1, we like, okay, what's wrong with this item? Like, why are people rating this way? Or if it's 4, 3 to 4, we like, all right, bet. It look like it's, people are, rating this item fairly well. And you should see that reflecting the rest of the data for the most part. Of course, if you're eligible or not eligible to sell. Seeing if you can manually ungate if you're not. Y'all, don't sleep on manually ungating. It is a thing. At least try it. I don't care what it is. There's been we are not ungated, and we were not. Okay, let me not say we were not. We did not submit invoices to be approved to ungate in like Under Armour. Gosh, it's another big brand. Under Armour is definitely one, but we didn't submit an invoice for that. I just kept scanning it over time. And here recently, we are manually ungated to sell some of those Under Armour brands. Like, it can happen. Don't sleep on it. But those are like a few of the starter things. Keish, I'm just giving you a whole name. I don't even know if it has an A at the end. I'm sorry, boo, if it don't. But that is also something that we go over in your one-on-one sessions. I don't know what other people do, but if the OG cousins in here, they know we don't play about Seller Amp. We're gonna go over Seller Amp. That's your bread and butter. Like, you have to know how to read Seller Amp. You paying $20 for Seller Amp to do its job. Seller Amp is your employee. Point blank, period. That app needs to do the job and give you what you need to be able to make a smart decision every single time about what to buy. You should never have to buy something off of just, oh, I don't know, maybe I should try it. People might like this. No. So if you want to, you can always send us a DM on our Instagram or a message in here of something that you've purchased. We can kind of like try to go through it through chat. We will try to do that. If not, you can always book a one-on-one call with us, and we will spend the whole session sharing our screen and going through Seller Amp top to bottom. I promise you, it's people in here that know that that's what we do. Hey, cousin. Yes, right now I would focus on ungating. Yep. They are restricting a lot of sellers. I think it's the time of year. I really do. I think it's all about, I think it's like just strategy. It's annoying. It's annoying. Okay. I thought so. But I don't be wanting to assume, hey, cousin. Some brands require 10 units to ungate. Evergreen Designs, that is so irritating to me because you're not the first person to have said that. What brand is it? What brands have you seen? The only time I've known them to ask you for that much, and some of my other like OG sellers that have been selling longer than me, they usually get on here sometimes, but I know one of them were telling me that they only know the information that I know, that if you're trying to buy items from Amazon to try to ungate, you do have to buy like 50 to 100. But I haven't heard of that with other brand, like trying to do that outside of going that route. Like, that's really surprising to me that that's even a thing right now. It is crazy. That is crazy. That don't make no sense. Beauty brands? Wow. Yeah. Skip them. Because we're not rich. We don't have time for that. Move on. Move on to the next thing. Y'all, it's so, and that's the thing. You got to be willing to pivot with this business. There's so many business models. There's so many different brands out there. It's so many it's so many more brands other than just Adidas, Nike, Under Armour, Puma. People be so caught up on those sometimes. It's like, baby, I sold 10K in revenue, and I hadn't even ungated in Nike just yet. Like, we did that like late in our second month. Like, ain't no shame. No, we did not do that early on because I was like, I can't afford to spend that kind of money on those items. It took time for me to engage with other sellers that was able to help us and be like, oh, you can buy this stuff from here. It's cheaper here. Like, move on. Just keep on trucking. Move on to the next thing. Like, again, and that's where the scanning comes into place. Like, I know that Neutrogena is one that's gated because that's what I used when we ungated in beauty. Did anybody have any other ones that y'all have tried here recently to get ungated in beauty? In beauty brands? I just checked to be ungated for Candy Cane, and they're asking for 100 units. What? Baby, please. That is crazy. It's crazy. But like I said, y'all, that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Take it with a grain of salt, note it, and come to top of the year. That's all we're going to be talking about on live. Every time I get on here, I'll be like, hey, how y'all doing? Y'all have a good day? How many of y'all ungated in something else? Because it's going to be imperative to be in a place where the next year, this time, we're all in better places. You get what I'm saying? Again, we don't sugarcoat shit. So with that being said, we won't ungate it in everything. We don't even know what to expect for Q4. This is our first Q4. So back to school, all of that was our first. We was barely keeping up with back to school. We was like, oh my God, like, this is insane. We made some good money, but either way, we're taking this first year as our like trial and error. So next year we hit the ground running. Like, it's so many things that we are actually, if you watch our vlogs, then you probably heard us talk about it. But so yes, click the link in our bio. We do have a YouTube channel that does have we've sectioned it off so that it does have like strictly Amazon related information. So y'all go check those videos out if you do have questions regarding. I know we have like ungating on there, choosing different profile, pretty much profiles. If you want to do individual or professional, which one we think is best. We have quite a few different videos to help get you started, or just some informational things that you might miss on live. We also do regular vlogs where we are literally just showing our everyday life. Again, I wish I had somebody that would just show. I'm tired. I don't mind the informational videos. That's why we give them to you. They are important. But I want to see if somebody crying today because they drove 50 minutes like me. Like, I want you to vlog that so I can see, sis. Like, everybody might not want to see that type of stuff, but for me, I do. So we vlog just our everyday life, and it may be related to us just trying to live and get a break, or it could be related to us outsourcing and trying to incorporate it into our work day and work life, whatever the case may be. So it's a combination of different things over there. But one of the things that we definitely touch on is how we're trying to maneuver through this, just like y'all. The very things that y'all are mentioning on here, we're trying to maneuver through them too. We hope to be able to eventually speak to y'all more about, like, if some people on here may be just wanting the extra money. They're not trying to go too deep with it. Some may be wanting to turn this into a business where they can quit their jobs. They don't want to work their 9 to 5 no more. That's the ultimate goal. So we're venturing into the space now where we're working on business credit and how to set up things correctly under our LLC. So those are some things that we're vlogging that, if you're interested in those things and maybe getting to a place where this is your full-time business, you may want to keep up with, just to see what things that we may bring up or talk about, because that is a whole nother beast in itself. So hopefully we get to a place where we can get through that hurdle and be like, okay, y'all, this is what y'all need to do, because that's another area where people build your business credit, do this, sign up for this, and you can get $25 million a day. Stop. Just please, y'all, please stop lying. Like, please, would you please? It be tearing my nerves up. Like, but it's cool though. Like, we up on game, and that's why the more that we learn, the more that we know, regardless of what your journey, your end goal look like with this business, we hope that we can keep pouring that information into y'all. So yeah. London. Okay, so Tamika, is that a brand that you used to get ungated for beauty and it was like no issues? It was fine? Because if so, please let the people know. Because we all want to know. I'm hoping that they've died down with having people have to purchase so many different brands for grocery. Because when we started in January, we ungated in tuna packets. 10 of those, and that was it. And we pretty much could sell the majority of the grocery category, but now it's taking people like 3 different brands to be able to just be able to sell a variety of the grocery category. It's insanity, just complete insanity. Yeah. So yes, please let the people know so they know. Tuna? Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what we used. Sure did. And that was all we used. And I literally was able to go in the store right after that. Do you do FBM and FBA too? Yes, we do. We do both. When we initially started the business, we sent our first box off FBA. They lost it, broke it. I can't remember, was it lost or broken? Either way, we didn't have the stuff. I feel like they lost it. Because it wasn't broken. We didn't get some of it. I thought, so I'm like, wasn't it both? They broke the stuff, lost it, and we was like, yeah, we're not doing this. We would try FBM so we can be more hands-on with where our stuff is, because now y'all wasting our money. Went FBM and started seeing how we were like our income was, the revenue was just two. Like, we built our capital quick. And we was stuck on FBA hard. I mean, on FBM hard. So it took us until we went on our first vacation to really go hard FBA, where we was like, okay, we have to send stuff in FBA so that we can still make money while we're on vacation. And that was the turning point for us, where we was like, okay, we have to do both to make this work. A good ROI, it differs. Everybody has their different opinions about what a good ROI is. We like to stay no lower than 30% ROI. Truthfully, and here lately it's been higher than that. It's rare that I don't even know the last time I really seen a 30% ROI, but I think that, you know, that's a good starting place. It's a good starting place. It's a good starting place for sure. And that's a blessing to be able to say that, like, we've gotten good enough that it's like, dang, I don't know the last time we've seen that. So that is my hope for you. Get to a place where 50% or higher is all you find. I'm pouring that energy into y'all. That's the goal. That's the goal. But do y'all have any more questions? I'm going to get back on here tomorrow during the day, y'all. I know that, like, I try to get on here a little later because I know everybody is all over. And I'm trying to accommodate because I want to talk to all of y'all. But I'll definitely get back on tomorrow. It'll probably be like 11:30, 12 when I get on. In hopes that people are off work, you can hop on here and talk and chat. So we shall do this again. All of my cousins is going sourcing. Have a good sourcing day. I'm sending good vibes, good energy, that you find everything that you deserve. Make that money on, okay? I expect to see y'all on here tomorrow. I want to know that you either getting dressed, get ready to go sourcing, or you done already been out early, okay? 7. So if I choose 30%, it should show. What do you mean it should show green? 7, follow us on our Instagram. If you don't already, it's the same name, your FBA_cousins. And, like, send me a screenshot of example in the messages and we can look at it. Sometimes it's red when I scan it. Yeah. Then it's too low based off of what you're spending on it. So yeah. Send it to me. We can chat through it. Hey, cousin, I'm getting ready to get off live. I see you just joined. We getting ready to get off. But I will be back on here tomorrow. Like I said, it'll be like 11:30, 12 tomorrow. So hopefully y'all off tomorrow and can join me. So, yes. I shall talk to y'all then. Y'all have a good night. Enjoy y'all Friday and be safe. Bye, y'all.